If you've ever wondered whether your retirement income will be enough in the years ahead, or if you're close to retiring and feel unsure about what's coming, this may be the most important video you'll watch all year. Why? Because in 2025, Canada's government is making major changes to CPP, OAS, and GIS that could dramatically shift how much money ends up in your bank account each month, for better or worse. Whether you're still working, recently retired, or helping a loved one prepare for their golden years, you'll want to know what these changes mean for your future and how you can maximize every single dollar you're entitled to. Keep watching because by the end of this video, you'll walk away with a clear understanding of what's changing, how it impacts you directly, and what you can do right now to make sure you don't leave money on the table. Now, we know the majority of our viewers are either over the age of 60 or supporting someone who is. That's why this update is tailor-made for seniors, near retirees, and Canadians planning for the next phase of life. With cost of living rising fast, groceries and rent taking bigger bites out of fixed incomes, and more seniors working past 65 just to stay afloat, understanding these benefits isn't just useful, it's essential. This isn't some generic financial news. This is your monthly income we're talking about. So here's the good news. Some seniors will see significantly more money in their pockets starting next year. But not everyone. And depending on your income, age, and work status, the outcome could be very different for you than for your neighbor. That's why sticking with us through the full video can literally help you earn or protect thousands of dollars a year. That's the benefit, and we'll explain every detail. And before we go deeper, if you find value in this kind of content, real trustworthy updates about your retirement benefits, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We post weekly and want to make sure you're always a step ahead when rules change. Let's begin with CPP, the Canada Pension Plan. In 2025, CPP enters the second phase of its enhancement strategy, a plan that started way back in 2019. The aim? To boost future CPP benefits for working Canadians by increasing both the contributions and the benefit payouts. Here's how it works. Until now, CPP contributions were based on income between about $3,500 and $68,500. But starting in 2025, a second contribution tier kicks in. If you earn more than $68,500, you'll now pay an extra 4% on your earnings between that amount and roughly $73,200. This is a new upper earnings band being introduced. Now that sounds like more payroll deductions, and it is. Your take-home pay could dip slightly if you're still working, but that money is going toward your future retirement income. With these enhancements, the maximum CPP benefit could increase to over $1,560 per month in the years ahead, depending on your career earnings. That's a big jump from the 2023 maximum of just over $1,300. However, here's the catch. Only those who've contributed under the new system for a significant number of years will see those full increases. So if you're 30 or 40 now, it's great news. If you're in your early 60s and still working, you'll benefit partially. But if you're already retired, this change won't affect your payments. Let's move to OAS, Old Age Security. In 2025, OAS is getting a meaningful bump, but only for a specific group. Seniors age 75 and over will receive a permanent 10% increase to their monthly OAS payments if they're not already getting it. This was originally introduced in 2022, but becomes a permanent fixture in 2025's pension structure. In dollar terms, that could mean about $85 more per month, or close to $1,000 per year, no application required. However, seniors between 65 and 74 won't see any increase in their base OAS benefit under this framework. That's been a point of controversy. Many argue that the financial strain of inflation, rising rents, and out-of-pocket health expenses affect all seniors, not just those over 75. Yet as of now, the federal policy draws that line at 75. That means some will feel like winners in this new system, while others may feel left out. Still, the idea is to target support toward those with the highest longevity and possibly the greatest financial strain. Now let's talk about GIS, the Guaranteed Income Supplement. If you or someone you know is a low-income senior receiving OAS, GIS is a lifeline. And in 2025, there are two important updates. First, GIS amounts are going up, indexed to inflation. Single seniors could see their payments rise by about $50 per month, and couples could receive an extra $65, $75 combined, depending on income. That alone will help offset some cost of living increases. But the bigger change is to the work exemption. Previously, if you worked while collecting GIS, your benefits were reduced. But how do all these changes add up? Well, if you're retired and living on a fixed income, you might see small but helpful increases, particularly if you're over 75 or receive GIS. If you're in your early 60s and still working, your paycheck will shrink slightly due to higher CPP contributions, but your retirement payout could increase down the line. And if you're planning to retire in the next 5 to 10 years, these updates should be factored into your projections. They may change your timing or your expected monthly income. And now for an emotional reality check. Many seniors are just trying to make ends meet. These aren't abstract numbers. They're your grocery budget, your prescription coverage, your ability to buy a bus pass, or heat your home in the winter. A few dollars extra a month may not seem like much, but when you're living on a tight budget, every little bit helps. This is about more than money. It's about peace of mind. Let's also clear up a few common misconceptions. No, the CPP changes are not retroactive. You won't get the new maximum unless you've contributed at those higher rates for years. No, the OAS increase is not income tested, but it is age-based. And no, GIS is not automatic. You must qualify through annual tax filings, and that leads us to another key update: integration and automation. In 2025, Service Canada is rolling out streamlined processes for OAS and GIS eligibility. That means fewer forms and more automatic renewals based on your tax returns. But it also means accuracy is more important than ever. If your taxes are late, incomplete, or contain errors, you could delay or lose your benefits. So file on time and make sure every detail is right, especially if your income is close to the GIS or OAS thresholds. Looking ahead, what can we expect beyond 2025? With continued inflation pressures and an aging population, experts believe further enhancements to senior benefits are likely, especially for younger seniors aged 65-74, who currently miss out on some of the increases. There's also talk about deeper integration between provincial and federal benefits, but nothing is confirmed yet. For now, planning ahead with the current rules is your best bet. So here are the key takeaways. CPP contributions are rising for higher earners, leading to bigger payouts over time. OAS increases by 10% for those aged 75 plus, but not for younger seniors. GIS is going up, with inflation indexing and a more generous work exemption of $7,500. Tax filing accuracy is now critical, as it ties directly into your eligibility, and working seniors need to think about how CPP contributions and benefit timing affect their take-home pay now and later. If any of this feels overwhelming, don't worry. You don't have to navigate this alone. A quick conversation with a retirement advisor can help you personalize this information to your specific needs. The right planning now can turn small changes into big advantages over time. And if you found this breakdown helpful, take a second to like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Maybe a parent, neighbor, or friend who's close to retirement. Every week we cover updates just like this. Clear, honest, and Canada-focused. So hit subscribe and stay informed. This is Canada Pension Guide, helping you build a smarter, more secure retirement.